And shifting focus to a piece of breaking news coming in right at the top of this hour. Big clarification coming in on new H-1B visa rules by the US administration. In a significant relief for existing H-1B visa holders, a senior US administration official has clarified that the new fee targets new H-1B visa petitions only and not the existing holders or any renewals. Now, according to this official, individuals currently holding H-1B visas, includes those visiting India or abroad, don't need to rush back to the US before Sunday, which is today, or pay the steep $100,000 fee. So that's the input we're tracking for you. This visa fee is only for the new petitions and not the ones which are, existing. It's a big clarification coming in from the US administration. It will be a big relief for the large number of Indian skilled workforce which is there in US right now, in a very significant relief for existing H-1B visa holders. This senior US administration has, or this official has clarified that only the new fee target that this new fee only targets new holders, new visa holders, and not the existing ones. That's a big relief for all the Indian skilled workforces. Remember, they make up to 71%, which is a very large number. And according to this official, the individuals currently holding H-1B visas and also including those visiting India or abroad now do not need to rush back to the US. Remember, today was the deadline, but now there's a big relief coming in from the US administration. They do not have to rush, as this new fee only targets the new petition and not the previous ones, the ones where this petition was already existing. And with that, I have CNN News 18's Europe editor Sanjay Suri joining us live from Washington, D.C. Sanjay, I wish to understand from you why this new fee of $100,000 only applies to new visa petitions and not to the existing ones.
Well, this is something that Indians would hardly want to complain about. The proposal from the Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick was it should be $100,000 a year, and in fact he raised the question whether whether the US authorities should charge $100,000 annually or charge $300,000 straight away, because typically the first visa is issued for a period of 3 years. Since then, the White House has clarified that it is not the case that it will be $100,000 every year for 3 years, but that it will be a one-off fee of $100,000. This one has to remind ourselves, and it has been clarified, given a great deal of doubt over this, that this will not apply to, as you say, the H-1B visa holders who are already in the US. So that they often need to renew their H-1B visas for two reasons. One is if their visa has run out. So at the end of 3 years, they would need to renew this if they have a job offer. Second, a number of them keep changing jobs. And every time they switch jobs, they do need a new H-1B visa. So that if you add the new visas issued last year in 2024 to the numbers of H-1B visas issued for switching jobs or for renewal of visas, that number added up to 207,000. Now, the annual quota for all H-1B visas that the US gives out, India or any other country, is 65,000, with another 20,000 for those who have US degrees. So 85,000 in all. And you had 207,000 issued last year. That's because the majority of them were cases of renewal of existing visas. This new fee will apply to first-time fresh visas when the lottery system opens up in February or March of next year. It will not apply to those who are already in the US on an H-1B visa and are looking to renew for one reason or another.
Right, Sanjay. Also, does this new fee affect those who are currently in the US or, on this H-1B visas, but are seeking to switch companies or amend their petitions right now?
No, it does not apply to those who are already in the US, and this is what has been clarified from the White House today. This will only apply to first-time visa seekers, and typically that is a process, and that's an invitation or an application system that opens up in February or March of every year. It has been clarified that this will apply only to those who are applying for the H-1B visa for the first time from February or March of next year. It does not apply to those who are already in the US on an H-1B visa.
Right, and one last question, Sanjay. Will this new fee create any barrier to entry for, qualified foreign professionals, especially those from India?
Well, the whole H-1B visa is intended for qualified foreign professionals, and as it happens, 3 out of 4 of those who do get into the US on this visa are Indians. They are from India. It just happens that every year, hundreds of thousands of offers come up from US firms that are looking for professionals from outside because they can't find enough within the US. And the H-1B visa is for all these foreign professionals with that cap of 65,000 plus 20,000 that we discussed a minute back. So it is within that cap that the US looks for foreign professionals. It happens mostly to be Indians, and it is Indians who are qualified, who are very promising applicants, who are then selected by the US firms here. The US firms are not looking for Indian nationals. So 71% of all H-1B visa holders, 73% by some accounts, are Indians, about 12% are Chinese. They are not looking really at the nationality of the applicant. They're looking at the qualifications. On that, it's Indians who score very highly, and therefore when they are looking for foreign professionals, as it happens, most of them happen to be Indians.
Right, Sanjay, thank you so much for breaking that down for us this morning. We have a series of reactions we've been tracking for our viewers. We'll now listen into that.
India, a lot of things are happening. So we'll have more startups, more companies, and all in cities like Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Gurgaon. All will benefit because of these startups and other things. So I think it's a gain to us, and India planning to have Viksit Bharat, so it will add to the Viksit Bharat. I think if they stay back, also some other countries also they can diversify, to go to the other countries also.
देखिए, हमारा मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स इस पर विचार कर रहा है, और वैसे भी प्रधानमंत्री और की सोच आज बहुत क्लियर थी कि हमारे सबसे बड़ा शत्रु हमारी निर्भरता है दूसरे देशों पे, और हमें आत्मनिर्भर बनना है। आत्मनिर्भर ही सभी मुश्किलों का उपाय है, और उसी के रास्ते पे भारत आगे बढ़ रहा है।
Actually, it's not welcomed. Basically, is a tech talent which is mostly affected from India's side. And why we are so saddened is why our central government is absolutely observing stoic silence. They should have done some diplomacy. They should have done some negotiation. They should have done some discussions. And ultimately, who is being affected? The Indian and Indian software techies and Indian software companies are right now greatly affected. Now we urge our External Affairs Minister and we urge our Indian Prime Minister to have the negotiations, to have the discussions, and to see some sort of a solution comes for this.
Truly shocking. It has shocked the entire IT industry and fraternity, and also the professionals and the students all across the globe. What is really alarming is the fee charges. $1 lakh is a very huge amount. If they are being paid an annual fee salary of $100,000, and they have to pay the government also $100,000 for the processing fees, this is not going to be possible for any companies. The first and foremost thing is who have already got the visas approved. They said it's after 21st. So if their H-1B visa was already approved and they're already entering there with the condition, they should not be stopped. But with the kind of uncertainty what we have been seeing happening around in the US government and the border security, I would always caution the people to just stay back for a couple of days and get all the information and then step out.
See, this is a big issue, and Trump has played it very cleverly, because approximately 5 lakh people are in America with H-1B visa, and when they are there, they are affected by the whatever implications. India has to look for different economies, different opportunities, and I feel personally this is a golden time for Modi's plan of reverse brain drain. So Indians should start working on R&D, because huge R&D setups are coming in India, and hopefully we will be able to match up and probably build our own Google or a new AI product which will give enough competition to India.
This is something which the Union government has to definitely look at in a deeper way, and I've also reiterated that the Honourable Chief Minister does not want to politicize this whole issue. We stand with the Union when it comes to the tariff war, and we stand with the Union today when you've seen what is happening with the H-1B visa. So this looks pretty stark. So I'm hoping the Union government will step up its diplomacy talks with diplomatic talks with the US and correct things soon.